Welcome to the Apple Daily News. This podcast is created by Generative AI. Today is January 22nd, 2025, and we're diving into the latest updates and stories surrounding Apple and its ecosystem. From software updates to market shifts, and even a look at Apple's evolving role in automotive tech, we've got a packed episode for you. Links to all the stories we discuss can be found in the episode notes. Apple has announced a significant change with the upcoming macOS Sequoia 15.3 and iOS 18.3 updates. The Apple Intelligence feature, previously requiring users to opt in, will now be enabled by default on compatible devices during setup. While users can still disable it later in settings, this shift has sparked debates about user choice and privacy. The updates also bring exciting new features like Genmoji, which lets users create custom emoji characters, and improvements to notification summaries for better clarity on AI-generated content. Developers and beta testers already have access to these updates, with a public release expected next week. In related news, Apple is introducing visual intelligence for iPhone 16 users, a feature that can identify plants and animals in photos, and even add events to calendars based on scanned flyers. While these updates focus on enhancing user experience, they also highlight Apple's broader push into AI, following trends set by competitors like Google and Microsoft. Shifting gears, Apple has officially ended support for the app-ads.txt specification, a tool designed to combat advertising fraud. This decision removes the standardized developer URL format from App Store pages and the iTunes Lookup API, raising concerns about the future of fraud prevention in mobile advertising. Critics argue that this move could strengthen Apple's dominance in the ad space while making it harder for smaller companies to compete. In the Chinese smartphone market, Apple has slipped to third place, overtaken by Huawei and Xiaomi. Counterpoint Research reports an 18.2% drop in iPhone shipments during Q4 2024, attributed to fierce competition from domestic brands and Apple's inability to roll out AI features in China due to regulatory challenges. Despite this setback, Apple remains a key player, with its market share closely trailing Xiaomi. The overall market in China also saw a slight decline, reflecting broader challenges in the industry. Let's talk about Apple Maps. Once criticized for its rocky launch, it has now become a strong contender against Google Maps. Users praise its clearer navigation instructions, a cleaner interface, and seamless integration with the Apple ecosystem. Features like Nearby Transit for real-time bus and train updates further enhance its appeal. While Google Maps still excels in business data, Apple Maps has made significant strides, making it worth revisiting for those who haven't used it in a while. On the topic of acquisitions, Apple's purchase of Pixelmator last November has fans speculating about the future of its apps, Photomator and Pixelmator. Historically, Apple has integrated acquired technologies into its ecosystem, as seen with Siri, Shortcuts, and the Weather app. While some fear the loss of standalone features, others see potential for deeper integration. Only time will tell how Apple will handle this acquisition. Now, let's explore Apple's growing presence in the automotive space. While rumors of an Apple car have faded, the company is doubling down on CarPlay, transforming it into a comprehensive system that integrates with a car's dashboard, from speedometers to climate controls. This evolution suggests Apple's focus is less on building cars and more on owning the digital experience within vehicles. Could we see a car OS in the future? It's a possibility worth watching. In a more unusual story, Repair's Dan Crenshaw has called on Apple to rename the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America on its mapping platform, following an executive order by former President Trump. While this proposal has sparked political debate, it also raises questions about how geographic names are standardized and the role of tech companies in reflecting such changes. Meanwhile, Meta is making waves in wearable tech, with plans for Oakley-branded smart glasses for athletes and high-end AR glasses set for 2025. The company is also exploring smartwatches and camera-equipped earbuds to compete with Apple's wearables. These developments underscore Meta's ambition to expand its ecosystem and challenge Apple in the personal tech space. Finally, in the world of software development, the AI Native Dev podcast recently featured an insightful discussion with Hannah Foxwell on integrating AI into development teams. Drawing parallels between AI adoption and DevOps practices, she highlighted the cultural shifts required for successful implementation. As AI continues to shape the industry, developers are encouraged to embrace these changes and adapt their workflows accordingly. That wraps up today's episode of the Apple Daily News. Thanks for tuning in to explore the latest updates and stories shaping the Apple ecosystem and beyond. Don't forget to check the episode notes for links to all the stories we covered. Join us tomorrow for more insights and updates. Until then, stay curious and stay informed.